right, a couple questions I want to ask. First and foremost, is Carlee Russell lying about being abducted? I'm just asking a question, but we're going to ask, also, should people start getting automatic tickets for going over a certain speed limit? And lastly, if it meant that you could live longer, would you talk to more strangers? Think about all that, because we're going to talk about that, music, movies, sports, and more. That's all coming up. You kicking it with KC, baby. Let's go. Yeah. Popular topics, pop tops that may or may not be talking about in the news with yours truly, KC. 10 plus years in radio plus more. We talking about this first story right here. Carlee Russell. It's coming from a bunch of different sources. Specifically, I got people in YouTube. Carleethia Nicole Russell, also known as Carlee, the Alabama woman who went missing after calling 911, has been found and returned home. Police are still investigating the circumstances of her disappearance and the events that transpired during the approximately 48 hours she was missing. The small child she reported seeing on Interstate 459 has not been found, and no families reported a missing child during that time. Carlee's family believes she was kidnapped, and her boyfriend mentioned a kidnapper in the social media post. The police are working to piece together the details of the case. Carlee's parents expressed relief at her return, but did not provide details on how she came back or what transpired during her disappearance, citing the ongoing investigation. I try my best to avoid watching this story, seeing the story, being involved in the story, but it got kind of so big so quick. Pause. I want to actually talk about it because there's a lot of conspiracies going on too. So this black woman was in nursing school in Alabama. She was seen in a video at night in her car pulling over to the side of the freeway with her hazard lights on. It says that she says that she saw a baby, a white baby. According to the 911 call, got the link in the bio, they reported a white baby on the side of the freeway, and she was pulling over to go help the baby, apparently. Now, by the time the police got to her car, she was missing. All of her belongings were still in the car except for her phone, and they didn't find the baby. So a lot of people are saying this is suspicious. Turns out that she made a phone call from a Red Roof Inn, or she was at a Red Roof Inn nearby and just appeared at her parents' crib later on. Now this sounds very, very fishy to some people. Some people say, hey, it's a possibility. Some people use other people as like women on the side of the road that act like they need help, and then they'll kidnap or rob somebody. Some people say, yeah, they could have used the baby, used their own child, and got her to pull over, snatched her up, and took her somewhere, and then maybe released her, or maybe she escaped. Nobody knows anything, because the thing is, right now she's home, but her parents isn't saying anything. She isn't saying anything. They're saying she's shaken up. We don't know of any physical harm to her, but her parents are saying she had to fight physically and mentally. One thing I always say is always question the cameraman. Always question the cameraman. I mean, literally, as far as if we see videos, who's shooting this video? Where did it come from? Why did this person put it out? And depending on if it's a video camera or not, depending on who's telling the story and why are they telling the story, i.e. the media. The media chooses the stories that they want to talk about, right? There's millions of people, hundreds of people who may get killed, abducted, kidnapped, whatever the case may be, robbed. But the media don't talk about everybody in their town. They talk about select people. So why do they select these stories? That's one of my questions, as far as always question the cameraman. Now, a lot of people are saying this could be some BS. It wasn't no baby missing. Nobody reported a baby missing. Ain't nobody found no baby. Some people were saying the police and the media only took this story serious and highlighted it, even though it's a black woman involved. It's because it was a small white baby allegedly involved. They said that's the reason why this picked up national media coverage, because she claimed it was a small white baby. They say other than that, it probably wouldn't even get national media coverage. That might be partially true. We won't even know at this point. But what we do know is she just randomly appeared at home. And it's been a couple days and nobody said nothing. Now the police in Alabama are saying they're going to give a conference today, technically, with that July 19th, Wednesday. and then they're gonna basically report that we never seen anything about a white baby. Nobody reported a white baby missing. And hopefully we get an update from hers in regards to what happened. Now, I don't think we are going to get any answers. That's going to leave a lot of people head scratched, just like a lot of situations that went viral. But overall, this is what I want to say about it. Is there a possibility she could have got abducted? Absolutely. But why are you not saying nothing? I think this could be possibly the media or somebody higher up than them, people that own the media, want to set an agenda or a narrative that anytime we do pick up one of these black missing women stories, it's some BS. I think the police knew about a whole bunch of details they couldn't put out. They're telling the family not to put stuff out because they're trying to make up excuses. They're trying to make a story to put out. That's what all this investigation stuff is. That's just me, though. I don't necessarily believe. I'm not taking this story for face value. I'm not taking either. She might have something mentally wrong with her, which is, if you're that mentally crazy, how are you in nursing school and excelling at that? Or if she is excelling, to be honest with you. So that's why I'm kind of wiping away the mental thing. But it could have been anything. Maybe she took some drugs, got her crazy, making crazy, hallucinating about babies. That's a possibility too. I've heard different people mention that she is in nursing school. She could be taking drugs just to stay up, stay alert, stay studying, stay focused. Maybe she overdosed, or not overdosed, but maybe she took too much, started hallucinating. I'd rather believe one of them stories than the fact that she saw a white baby on the freeway, pulled over, and then got kidnapped and just safely returned home. I don't believe that, but that's just what I think. Let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments. Call into the show, 313-466-4386. Switching it up to this next topic real quick, man. I want to talk about, this is coming from, my bad. This is actually coming from fsgate.com. It's saying Assembly Bill 645 proposes that a pilot speed camera program will issue tickets to speeding drivers based on images captured by speed cameras. The program would target vehicles traveling 11 miles per hour or more over the speed limit, with fines starting at $50. The pilot program is set to be implemented in major cities in California like San Jose, Oakland, Glendale, Los Angeles, Long Beach, and San Francisco starting in January 2024. The bill aims to address speed-related traffic collisions, which accounted for 26% of all vehicle crashes in 2019. The bill has passed the Senate Judiciary Committee and will proceed to the House Committee on Appropriations for further consideration. So this isn't a law, it's just a bill, and it just passed the Senate. Now has to go to the House in California. This ain't even a whole state, it's just certain cities. So they're already going to take the cameras that's already just around, like the city, on public buildings and stuff, and they're going to use them to track everybody traveling over 11 miles per hour of the speed limit. So basically they saying, yeah, you get like a 10 mile per hour grace going over the speed limit, but you hit that 11 or more, your ass is grass. Now that's super petty. That's super petty. But that's just like some of these cities like Chicago that got lights at the, the cameras at the lights just in case you run a red light. You gonna get a ticket at the crib. This is the same thing essentially. Do I like it? No. But you know what I don't like? I hate when I'm out driving somewhere and maybe I'm stopped at a stoplight. Car next to me in the next aisle decides to just blow past that. Or I'm at the crib and it's a stop sign right here and I see people blow past it or something like that. Or I see somebody do a goofy illegal turn and the police are never around to catch these niggas. I'm like, this is the one time I wish I could snitch, or I wish the police was around to get them. Sometimes I do wish people would get caught for the goofy stuff they do, because I know it leads to accidents, man. Especially running stop signs in a residential. Come on, man. Sometimes it gotta stop. And if this is what's gonna stop it, then I'm with it. I'll drive within the speed limit or 10 plus miles over. You know what I'm saying? But if it's gonna stop other people, if this actually stops them, then I'm with it, bro. That's why I'm gonna be real, man. I'm with automatic tickets if you speeding or doing some goofy stuff. But that's just what I think. Let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show. 313-466-4386. my last topic real quick. This is coming from psypost.org, psypost.org. A recent analysis of data from the Dundon Multidisciplinary Health and Development Study revealed that the individuals with a history of antisocial behavior experience accelerated biological aging. Participants who engaged in antisocial behavior were found to be on average 4.3 years older biologically by the time they reached the age of 45 compared to those with lower levels of antisocial behavior. The study, published in the International Journal of Environmental Research and Public Health, suggests that antisocial behavior in youth can have lasting negative impacts on health outcomes in adulthood. The research highlights the potential for monitoring and interventions to address accelerated aging in individuals exhibiting antisocial behavior. Did you hear that? If you one of these people that like to run around, or I don't even want to say run around, but like to be out in public, but be all antisocial, or got a face that's antisocial, guess what? You gonna look old. You gonna look old. You know who I thought about when I saw this? These old antisocial, goody two-shoe, prissy women sometimes. Like, okay, you want to act stuck up, you don't want to talk to nobody, you too good to talk to people. Okay, good. That's why you about to look like you 70 when you 40. With your old ass. And then by the time you 30, 40, ain't nobody gonna want you no more. You see what I'm saying? So you run around being antisocial, not talking to brothers, acting like everybody trying to holler at you. Get your goofy ass out of here. So it's basically saying, open your mouth and you live longer. Ladies and gentlemen, pause. But, everybody, man, just talk to people more. Challenge yourself. And that's crazy because I'm an introvert, but I just like to talk on the mic. You know what I'm saying? So, I ain't gonna lie, man. Sometimes I freeze up when it comes to just, being social sometimes. I can do it if I have to. But other than that, do you agree with it? Do you have proof? Somebody that really don't talk to people who kind of look old as hell? Actually, when you think about it, I feel like that's the truth. You move your muscles around in your mouth, pause. You should be, you know what I'm saying? It stretches it, keeps it nice. I believe it to be true. But all y'all ladies that like to ignore people and act like you too good to be talking to somebody, I think this is you. This is why you gonna fall to your demise of your looks. But let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments, call into the show 313-466-4386. Let's switch, man. Talk about music and audio audit real quick, baby. Hey, man, shout out to everybody listening on Spotify, Apple Music, Google Podcasts, and all that, YouTube Podcasts. We listen to DDG. Maybe It's Me. This is on YouTube Music, no endorsement. Shout out to YouTube Music, though. 12 tracks, 33 minutes. Let me tell you about this project. Okay, so it was within the range of 30 to 45 minutes. Projects that I like. It's not shorter than 30 minutes so that I don't take it serious. Not longer than 45 so that I don't get bored. Out of 12 tracks, I have 5 songs that stood out to me. But at least 2 or 3 of these boys are not for good reasons. And I'm going to say this. Famous was the first song on there. The intro song. This stood out because it was a very unconventional beat. It was very nasty to me. I didn't like it. But the lyrics stood out. Plus, he kind of made the blogs for these lyrics. DDG, who's with Halle Bailey, the sister of Chloe Bailey, who was in The Little Mermaid. That's his girl. But anyway, he was talking about being with a chick that's famous. It was the worst thing ever. He very insecure. All this other stuff. I like, man, get your weak ass out of here. I gotta respect the vulnerability on some real stuff. But yeah, get your weak ass out of here. So that's why that stood out. It wasn't a good song, though. Trying to Link was another song that stood out. Only because it sounds exactly like 21 Savage bank account song. He said, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 girls trying to link, or something like that. It was literally just like that. Trying to link. I was like, man, come on, bro. Come on. 2 songs that legit stood out, and they were nice songs to me. Hands on Me, that was decent. That was a bop. And Pioneer, that was pretty hard. Pioneer was pretty hard too. I gotta give him to that. Then with some solid songs. Other than that, he had three other tracks on here. They were all called I'm Geeking. He had I'm Geeking Remix, I'm Geeking with a feature, and then I'm Geeking just his solo. 3 different versions of the same song. I think essentially it had the same beat and everything. Just different features. I like it, but it's kind of corny, but it's different. But it's like a waste of space too. But I mean, it's digital space, so what difference do it make? But that song itself was okay, but it's only really 2, I say maybe 3 songs out of 12 that stood out in a good way. So 3 out of 12, what's that like? Is that a 4th? That's a 4th out of 12 tracks. 25%. It's not really a good shooting percentage. It's not really a good percentage period. It's not passing. So it's all right, man. No replay value for me personally. But let me know what you think about DDG as an artist. Or maybe it's me as a project. Like, let me know what you think about that. Maybe it's just me about my opinion about it. Go off in the live chat in the comments. Call into the show 313-466-4386. Let's switch. Yeah, we talking about movies that we seen in Corn Stream. Know what I mean? Scenes I saw, I mean. Watch this movie called The Tutor on Netflix. No endorsement. This was an hour, 32 minutes long. It's a thriller, by the way. A tutor asked, after a student finds out how the man, what did I do here? All right, excuse me. All right, so I apparently didn't copy this description right. But anyway, it's a tutor who actually tutors billionaires' kids. Millions and billionaires' kids. So he knows how stuck up they are and everything. Long story short, comes to a story where this tutor is actually tutoring a billionaire's son, and the son actually kind of requested the tutor to be there because he used to date his mom. His mom ended up dying or getting killed or committing suicide. So the tutor ends up, saying, hey man, you crazy. He broke up his family and everything. Turns out this dude was the killer the whole time. Yeah, I'm telling the movie. The tutor was the killer. It's kind of unexpected, but it kind of was. It was kind of, I don't know how I feel about this movie. I don't know how I feel about it. It wasn't good, but it wasn't bad. It was like a couple turns I was like, why y'all have to do that though? You know what I'm saying? But it's not bad. A couple things that stood out to me. The tutor asked the student or the billionaire's son personal questions that he couldn't answer. He started asking him, so what does your mom do for a living? What does your dad do for a living? Since they're billionaires. And the kid like, I can't really tell you. He like, you can't tell me what your dad does? No, nigga, it ain't your business. Come over here and tutor me. He didn't say that, but that's what I was thinking. So then when the student asked the tutor some personal questions, he want to get all offended. Let's get back to the teaching. Oh, now we want to get back to teaching now. You goofy as hell, bro. That's what, man. And then after the student find out how the man really feels about him, because the tutor was at dinner with his wife, and for some reason the student, the billionaire son, popped up over at the dinner. It was weird. But anyway, that was pretty much it. The movie was not good, but it wasn't bad. But let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments. Call into the show. 313-466-4386. Let's switch it up. Let's talk about sports, baby. From the stands of a sports fan, my man's Pots and Pans. All right, so real quick, man. Imani Bates helped the Cleveland Cavaliers advance to the NBA Summer League semifinals. They actually won the championship in the Summer League, and they get some crazy ring too, which is wow. Anyway, but my man's representing Eastern Michigan, Imani Bates, 6'9", scored 15 points against the Chicago Bulls. They say he out there showing out, man. He 16 points is what he averaged, 6 rebounds, shooting 39% from the field, 35 from three-point line. Yeah, Imani Bates did his thing, Eastern Michigan. Right there, doing their thing in the Summer League. Shout out to the Cleveland Cavaliers winning the Summer League. Portland Trail Blazers won last year. I don't think it means anything. Victor Wembanyama allegedly said the NBA is less physical than the Euro League. Draymond Green responded saying it's only the Summer League, bro. Calm down. But, I mean, that's true. But Victor Wembanyama, you only played 2 or 3 games anyway in the summer league. Then they took you out. So, bro, you don't have really nothing. It's the summer league, like Dre said. So you doing too much. And you skinny, bro, so calm down. Joel Embiid interviewed with Mav Carter, insinuating that he may want a trade to win the championship. He said, I just want to win the championship, whatever it takes. I don't know where it's going to be, whether it's Philly or anywhere else. I just want to have a chance to accomplish that. I want to see what it feels like to win that first one and think about the next one. It's not easy, but it takes more than 1 or 2 or 3 guys. All right, maybe that's true, but check this out, bro. Here's the thing about these players nowadays. James Harden also wants a trade. Y'all was supposed to be doing this together. Now all of a sudden, it takes more than 2, 3 guys. Yeah, it takes a team, but bro, if you a superstar, you an MVP of the league, you supposed to be driving your team there and encouraging other players to come. Good players, right? So you're not taking full responsibility. I've seen you fold in certain moments too, Joel Embiid. So you can't put this blame on everybody else. That's all I got to really say about that. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, these players who claim to be great, and we talking about now, they're breaking all these records. If they keep switching teams to win a championship and or never win a championship, or even if they do, where are they supposed to get their jersey retired? James Harden, you switch teams, where are you supposed to get your jersey retired? Kevin Durant switched so many teams, won his championships in Golden State. Does he deserve to get his jersey retired in Golden State after 2 years and 2 championships? I don't think so. And Joel Embiid, same way. You leave Philly, you go somewhere else win a championship. Do you deserve to get your jersey retired in Philly, or where you win a championship? Where would you want? Not see. Does it only take 1 championship to get your jersey retired now? Is that a legit requirement? I say no. You gotta have more impact on the game, on the team, on the franchise. Like, I think it takes more than 1 championship to retire a jersey, unless you set a bunch of records for that franchise and won a championship, and they ain't won a championship in years or something like that. If they consistently win championships, like LA or Boston, and you just bring 1. Come on, bro. That's like LeBron. I mean, yeah, he beat Kareem's scoring title and the NBA scoring title, so yeah, he deserves some type of accolades. But I don't think he should get his jersey retired in Miami, Cleveland, and LA. Cleveland, yes. LA, no. Miami, no. That's just what I think. But let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments. Call into the show, 313-466-4386. Real quick, switching it up from, I hope I didn't. Yeah, okay. So switching up to the NFL real quick, just talking about DeAndre Hopkins. He addressed the haters and doubters after agreeing to join the Titans. He expected to sign a 2-year deal worth up to $32 million with the Tennessee Titans this week. In the 9 games he played for the Arizona Cardinals last year, he caught 64 passes, 717 yards, 3 touchdowns, 7.1 receptions per game, ranked 4th in the NFL. Yeah, essentially, yeah. So he's ranked like number 10 as far as receivers, I believe, with almost 80 receiving yards per game. So DeAndre Hopkins going to the Titans. Titans get more armor, more weapons on top of Derrick Henry and other players. Cool. Is this going to get the Titans a championship? I think they need more pieces, but that's nice. I wonder what was going on with Kyler Murray that he didn't like. That's what I really want to know. Because you went to the Cardinals. You want to go there, right? So now you leaving there to go to Tennessee. All right. But he say, hey, he shutting us up. He doing his thing. He's saying Titan Nation now. So it is what it is. Do your thing, Wody. Other than that, we got to move on to boxing real quick. Just quick updates on boxing, man. Same things, essentially, man. You got Earl Spence Jr., Terrence Bud Crawford, July 29th. Jake Paul versus Nate Diaz, August 5th, 10 rounds. Tyson Fury versus Francis Ngannou in a boxing match October 28th in Saudi Arabia, man. Let me know who you got in those fights. I got Terrence Bud Crawford. Don't care about Jake Paul. Tyson Fury. Those are the ones I got winning those fights. But let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show, 313-466-4386. About to go ahead and get up out of here, man. Check this out. Just want to talk real quick. I was at Dairy Queen not too long ago. You know how when you get a blizzard, you know, they be like, all right, you know, they give it to you, and then they, ooh, turn it over real quick. Bro, that caught me off guard one day. I'm just getting my blizzard, and she turned it upside down. I'm reaching for it. I'm like, yo, what the? Bro, I think that's goofy, bro. I think they need to stop that. I think it's time DQ stop doing that, because I almost fired on an old girl, bro. I thought she was about to just drop. Now, what happens when they really drop it? Clearly, they're going to give you a free one. But now you done wasted my time, possibly dropped it in my car or on my car. Dairy Queen, y'all gonna have to stop playing with me, turning my blizzards upside down, bro. I know it's petty, and that's y'all thing. But bro, okay, we get it. It's ice cream. It ain't gonna slip out. I expect that. It ain't a milkshake, bro. Stop turning my blizzards upside down before it really fall and it get on my car. But that's just me thinking out loud. Let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show 313-466-4386. Before we get out of here, do me a favor. Kick it with KCMC on all social media. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, Threads, all that at KIWKCMC. That's Kick It with KCMC, just the abbreviations. Show some love to my sponsor too, man. Team Elite. They on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Threads, also at Team Elite 313. That's TEAMELITE 313. And check out their premium urban-based athleisure wear, t-shirts, sweatshirts, sweatpants, tech fleece jogger sets, varsity sets, and more. It's all on their website, teamelite313.com. Ask your mom. Appreciate you kicking with KCMC early in the morning on a Wednesday, 3 o'clock in the morning. If you got this far, yo, hit that like button, subscribe, hit that alert so you know when we going live. Appreciate that. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Make sure you hit that share button. Also, check out my songs, Juice, streaming on all platforms. Hands and Knees, streaming on all platforms. Search KCMC with Techmatic. Also, check out Uncle KG, Unpopular Opinion. Check out that